Okay, you are very welcome to this tutorial on Explain Everything. This is a package that we have dealt with as a school over a number of years now, I think, for the last 3 or 4 years. So a lot of staff are quite familiar with that, but not everyone, and this is an excellent occasion to just do a quick top-up session for some of us, and some of us will have a chance to get to know this package, and perhaps it will be a useful package to start creating educational videos that we call flipped classrooms. Flipped classrooms that can be used in preparation for assessments, exams, or else in a blended phase of learning in August and September. So we click on Explain Everything. We click on New Project. And then obviously we need to be prepared beforehand when we create a clip of video. So we need to have the resources required in one place. The best place for storing and saving resources is Google Drive. Google Drive, not Google Classroom. The difference between Google Drive is that the Google Drive is used for storing and saving resources, whereas Google Classroom is being used for interacting with students. So I'm going to click on Google Drive now, and I have a huge portion of resources there, a huge number of resources, video, quizzes, text, audio, collated over a number of years. So I have one presentation here that I will use. I'm going to click on that presentation and will import this presentation now. It takes a few minutes or seconds maybe to change the file into something what is supported by Explain Everything. And now I have an option. I have 9 slides here. I have an option to save those slides as a grid, stacked, horizontal, vertical, or separate slides. Now let's go crazy here, and I'm going to put them as horizontal. Okay, so insert now. Okay, I have them as horizontal, which wasn't the best choice actually, but that's what I have now, so I have to go with that now. Okay, right, so what I can do here as well, I can add my face, which is not the best idea here, but there you go. So people can see me as well if it's done from home. And at the same time, no, it's not suitable. You can add a browser, you can add a picture, an image here, whatever you like. If you want to emphasize things, you go to that little target here and choose an arrow, for example, but you've got other options as well, a light sword, or just a simple hand pointing at things. So a number of resources that you can use. Every time you want to move your image, you need to click on that little hand, okay? So there we are. So next thing you need to do is simply click on that little red button here to start recording, and that is your lesson being started here. So when I click on the red button here, I'm telling my students that the objectives for these lessons are to be able to recognize all the letters in the alphabet, to be able to spell your name from memory, and to be able to spell all words using support, to use German to complete pair work. Okay, so this is what I can read out to my students, and then I'm going to the next slide. In the next slide, I am simply pointing at a letter. I don't like this here. Let's go crazy again and go for this blue arrow here. So what I'm saying is now, I'm just repeating the letters A, B, C, but obviously this methodology can be used in a number of subjects. Explain something in maths, explain something in science, just a simple explanation. You're not interacting with students here, you are explaining. And I think that will be the pedagogy for the blended phase. If there is one in August, you will have to explain things to students, and then when they go home, they will have to practice those things. So this type of a video is actually ideal for this phase, for practicing purposes. The students will get to see only for 40 or 50 minutes in a week, if that's the case. And then they will at least have this evidence, not evidence, they will at least have this source to learn from, which will be very important. So you give them time to repeat, B, time to repeat, C, time to repeat, and so on. Okay. Now, if I want to move on to the next slide, I just simply tap it on it and slide it through, and then I have another slide. You see, I had a slide with little help for them. There was a support. I had little English explanation here, A, B, C, D. And then when I move on to the next slide, it's becoming a little bit more difficult. So it's a differentiation here as well. So we're talking about differentiation that is part of our action plan, and they don't have any support here. And again, I can ask them, please repeat or practice yourself without any support. So they will have to say themselves now. They can stop my recording and they can say and they can press on play again, and they can hear or listen to me again and repeat and correct themselves and work with my clip in this way. Okay, so I'm moving again to another slide, another slide, another slide, and they can practice spelling different names of places in Germany, but not only in Germany. So that is what it usually takes. It takes a very short period of time to create a video like this, and then you click on the stop on that red button here underneath to stop recording, and then you need to save it. Okay, so you click on video here, and then save it in photos. Okay, and that is all saved for you. You go to the photos now on your iPad. There it is. Okay, it takes sometimes a few moments till it's saved, so I'm still waiting for that until it's saved. And when it's saved, you can start playing it. Okay, package for create. Okay, you can start playing it, and that's basically what it is. That's the end of the tutorial on explain everything.